There's really no shortage of reasons a player can be fined in the NFL. Excessive celebrating, intent to do harm, and bad behavior off the gridiron all fit under that umbrella. And like those kids at school who are always in detention, there are some NFLers who have racked up more than their fair share of damages. Let's take a look at the 15 of the most fined players in the NFL. Number 15 is former New York Jets, Seattle Seahawks, and Minnesota Vikings defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson, who has given the NFL $782,778 worth of fines. The defensive tackle has racked up fines on every team he's played on, and he has no problem saying he doesn't think he deserves them either. When he was fined for a hit on Cardinals quarterback Drew Stanton, the then Seahawk called the fine extortion. Pretty sure they are just fining guys for every personal foul and not even looking at the film and not even making a consideration of did I try to avoid the guy, he told the Seattle Times. Number 14 is Denver Broncos linebacker Von Miller, who has given the NFL $928,159 worth of fines. The MVP from Super Bowl 50 isn't on this list for laying dirty hits on his opponents. In fact, his hefty bill is from some pretty odd things. The eccentric linebacker has been fined for his celebrations and for his bodily functions. One fine gained so much attention, comedians Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele even got involved. Number 13 is former Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Justin Blackman, who has given the NFL $941,700 worth of fines. Blackman hadn't been in the league long before he started racking up penalties for his activities off the field. The once promising receiver entered the league in 2012, but was suspended indefinitely in 2013 for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. He tried being reinstated in 2015, but hasn't been successful. Number 12 is former New England Patriots linebacker Rob Ninkovich, who has given the NFL $1,173,823 worth of fines. Ninkovich didn't get into trouble too many times during his career, but when he did get into trouble for big hits, it cost him. He was notably fined $15,000 for a helmet-to-helmet hit on Buffalo Bills quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2011. Number 11 is former Seattle Seahawks safety Kam Chancellor, who has given the NFL $1,161,027 worth of fines. Chancellor has gotten into trouble for some of his on-field play, but the reason he owed the league this much cheddar stems from his contract holdout in 2015. The holdout, which bled into the first couple weeks of the season, initially totaled $2.1 million, which his agent reportedly fought to lower. Number 10 is former Dallas Cowboys linebacker Rolando McClain, who has given the NFL $1,475,587 worth of fines. McClain's suspension for substance abuse didn't just get him into trouble, it got his team into trouble. The Dallas Cowboys were faced with fines back in 2016 when they had multiple players suspended, including McClain, who had been suspended indefinitely and hasn't been in the league since. Number 9 is former San Diego Chargers tight end Antonio Gates, who has given the NFL $1,567,646 worth of fines. It's no secret professional sports have cracked down on athletes using performance-enhancing drugs in recent years, and punishment doesn't just mean being suspended, but also paying hefty fines. Like in the case of Antonio Gates, where a 4-game suspension cost him a whopping $1,567,646. Number 8 is former Baltimore Ravens and Detroit Lions defensive tackle Haloti Ngata, who has given the NFL $2,043,268 worth of fines. Ngata hasn't gotten into any trouble with the Philadelphia Eagles, but his resume is peppered with instances of fines, primarily for hard hits on opposing players. In just one instance in 2014, the defensive tackle was fined $8,268 for kicking Redskins left guard Sean Lauvo in the side during a preseason game. Number 7 is former linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts Robert Mathis, who has given the NFL $2,068,822 worth of fines. It's actually been amazing there's a record of how much Mathis has been fined by the NFL. There was a lot of hoopla in 2014 when the linebacker's agent claimed the NFL was misleading the public regarding Mathis' suspension for allegedly taking performance-enhancing drugs. Nevertheless, he was suspended for 4 games and had to forfeit $2,058,822. Number 6 is former Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, who has given the NFL $2,073,529 worth of fines. The highly touted running back was suspended and fined by the league in 2014 in connection to child abuse charges brought against him. Peterson took the matter to court, but the NFL won the appeal after a 2-year battle, and Peterson had to cough up the hefty fine for the 6 games he missed during the suspension. Number 5 is former Cleveland Browns wide receiver Josh Gordon, who has given the NFL $2,982,033 worth of fines. Gordon was once a promising athlete, but his troubles with substance abuse have cost him dearly, leading to multiple fines and suspensions. His troubles reached an all-time high in 2015 when he failed a league-issued drug test and was suspended without pay for at least a year. The Browns tried giving Gordon another chance, but officially cut ties with him in September of 2018. Number 4 is former Arizona Cardinals linebacker Daryl Washington, who has given the NFL $3,585,706 worth of fines. Heck, what did the former linebacker do that didn't get him fined? From $21,000 for a hit on Cam Newton to arrests off the field, Washington made his fair share of trouble. But he really paid the price after being arrested for a drug violation and domestic violence in separate instances and was suspended indefinitely. Number 3 is Philadelphia Eagles offensive tackle Elaine Johnson, who has given the NFL $4,068,864 worth of fines. The Eagles' left tackle has been suspended on more than one occasion for testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs, with each suspension getting longer and more serious. NBC Sports reported after his 10-game suspension in 2016 that his next offense could get him banned from the NFL for up to 2 years. Number 2 is former Oakland Raiders and San Francisco 49ers linebacker Aldon Smith, who has given the NFL $4,702,675 worth of fines. Smith's multiple run-ins with the law because of his substance abuse problems put him in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, and cost him a pretty penny in the process. While the teams he played for tried giving the gifted outside linebacker ample opportunities to clean himself up, he's currently suspended indefinitely and unlikely to return to the league. Number 1 is former Miami Dolphins linebacker Dion Jordan, who has given the NFL $6,926,509 worth of fines. If Elaine Johnson isn't taking the threat of a 2-year ban from the league seriously, he should take a look at Dolphins defensive end Dion Jordan. Jordan's problems with substance abuse earned him a 22-game suspension complete with a $6,920,634 fine. After 3 years out of the league, he's now trying to resurrect his career with the Seattle Seahawks and likely trying to keep himself from having to pay the NFL any more money. That's it for today's Sports Mafia video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which player you didn't know was fined that much. And if you love this video, please subscribe.